This right here is meeting people where they're at, because I'm creating this as a series. I'm creating this to show them the power of creating videos, the power of consistency, the power of showing up and seeing the results. I have been problem solving. I have been using my mouth to solve their problems in terms of the technical problem that they've been having. And I learned how to monetize it, because at the end of the day, I know a little bit more than them. And it's not about outsmarting, because I'm not about that. I'm a woman of good faith. But what I have learned to do is to use the information that I have in exchange to give them a transformation. And you too can do the same. And I'm sorry for being all up in your face now, but I'm going to give it to you. How to meet people where they are and monetize it. Let me tell you something. A lot of us sometimes feel like we do not have the potential to go out there and thrive in making money, right? I know you hear me talk a lot about money, but listen, this is the niche I'm focusing on. Lord knows if I had taught myself about financial literacy back then, my story would have been different today. So these are all life lesson learned, y'all. And y'all, I mean, if you check my bio, you'll see what this channel is about. We're going to talk about finance and money and just working smarter and not harder. So as you see the title here, how to make money, meeting people where they're at. So let me tell you something. If you know a particular skill set, right, that you're very good at, but you have people around you that is asking you for the same information. And even though you might give out that information a couple of times, some take it, likewise, some don't, right? Some just, they consume the information and it goes out. But what if you're able to meet someone where they're at because you know a little bit more than them? You can monetize that. Listen, I never know that I had so much information in me that the minute I open my mouth, the minute I start to release information, this helps someone with transformation. A lot of times they may want to give something to me and I'm like, no, it's okay. I don't want it. I don't want it. But I had a mentor that taught me that, listen, girl, your education, your knowledge is what's going to help someone and give them transformation for them to make money. So you better learn how to monetize it. And since then, Lord knows, I have been implementing that, right? So people have been calling me and asking me, Camille, how do I do this? How do I do that? The list goes on and on. And I'm like, especially if you know my background, I'm an IT tech, right? So I have that skill set. I have my bachelor's degree in information technology management. And so I have been troubleshooting for people. I have been problem solving. I have been using my mouth to solve their problems in terms of the technical problem that they've been having. And I learned how to monetize it, because at the end of the day, I know a little bit more than them. And it's not about outsmarting, because I'm not about that. I'm a woman of good faith. But what I have learned to do is to use the information that I have in exchange to give them a transformation, and you too can do the same. So, but you have to be ethical and not taking advantage of people, because a lot of time we live in this world nowadays where people love to take advantage. And I'm not telling you to do that. What I'm telling you to do is to learn how to cultivate your skills, learn and know what you can do, the potential of what you have in you. And you can use that as a tool and to help someone in exchange for monetary, right? And so this comes down right into coaching, but I want to gear it towards that, because maybe you aren't like at that place as yet, but you can start from somewhere. You can. I have been doing that. I mean, I've been doing this for years. For years, I have been like a graphic designer. I do photography. I can do hair. I can produce. The list goes on and on. Now I don't physically have to do those things anymore. But likewise, I can teach someone how to do it step by step. And that's a transformation for me. So you can always meet people where they're at. You just have to know how to do it ethically and have good intention, because a lot of times people don't have good intention. I promise you, on this channel here, I've talked about my struggles, the things that I've gone through in my life, and how like businesses that I've tried before that never worked for me, starting over in life. I think I may start over maybe about 2, 3 times already. And the list goes on. But God is good to me because for some reason, I feel like He poured resilience in me. Like when I go down, He helped me, He lifted me up again and helped me to maintain. Right. And so God is good. He said this time, girl, use your information, use your knowledge, use your past experience. And lately I noticed I've been just, I want to say mentoring, but a lot of people come to me for advice. And I just feel like, do I know everything? No, I don't. But for some reason, I felt like I can comfort them in the things that I have gone through. It's like a testimony, so I'm able to meet them where they're at. Not everything I monetize, y'all. But at the end of the day, when you have a skill set and you can monetize it, you can do that. Here's what I'm going to say for you. Start creating YouTube videos. If you don't know how to do anything and you have a phone, start creating YouTube videos. Start to talk about the things that you know how to do. Start to talk about your past experience. You don't have to put your business out there now. I'm just talking about like, you got to be indirect, or you can use a story. Even though it's you can even tell a story, but you're sending a message through it. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Even if you want to show something, you can do that. Because at the end of the day, you're still meeting someone where they're at. They may not know this, but today you have taught them how to do it. And in the meantime, your channel is getting views. And at a later time, it may become monetized passively. But you're not working for free because it's going to build over time. Am I right about that? So you can always meet people where they're at. You just have to know how to monetize it in the very first way. If you don't want to do it directly, you can do it indirectly. You can do it on YouTube. Use YouTube as that access point. Okay? I have been doing that. It's working for me. You too can do the same. And let me tell you, as you see, I've been creating videos so consistently because I am manifesting that YouTube is going to pay my rent. Right now, I believe the last video I created was $122 I talked about. And I believe next month is going to be more. And the following month is just going to keep adding up. And I wanted to share my journey. This right here is meeting people where they're at because I'm creating this as a series. I'm creating this to show them the power of creating videos, the power of consistency, the power of showing up and seeing the results, right? And it may come in increments. It may not come all at the same time, but this is another example of meeting people where they're at. At the end of the day, they probably didn't know anything, but I have taught them. I've shared that information, and now they can go out there and they can execute it. You see where I'm going with this? So nothing is wrong meeting people where they're at. It starts right now on YouTube. You can do it. And I'm sorry for being all up in your face now, but I'm going to give it to you because I promise that I'm going to come out here full force. I promise that I'm going to share information. I don't know when I'm going to do it, but I may get my board soon. I'm going to, go through some things, but not right now. I'm settling a little bit, but you can do it. Okay. That's the whole point of this video. Meeting people where they're at and learn to monetize it.